Hello and welcome. I am on a roll today. We're talking about ESTJs, yeah! ESTJs used to be one of the types that I liked the least. However, over the last year, especially as I've gotten to work closely with ESTJs, and as I've gotten to see a show whose main character is an ESTJ, my mindset towards ESTJs has slowly changed. Now, that TV show I will also be talking about and posting a video on my other channel for, so it'll be in this outfit. You can check it out if you like. I really like the show. I highly recommend, if you're an ESTJ, to watch The Politician, who the main character is an ESTJ who's struggling with that inferior FI and dealing with what that actually means. Beyond all that jargon, let's just go ahead and talk about what actually makes ESTJs awesome. First and foremost, we're gonna need to break down what it means to be an ESTJ. So when I'm talking about an ESTJ, I'm not just talking about the letter dichotomies, I am talking about the Jungian typology behind it, the cognitive functions. So for ESTJs, they have the following cognitive functions. They have extroverted thinking, then they have introverted sensing, then extroverted intuition, and then introverted feeling. In that order, however, the order does not really rank the strength, it's just the preference. Let's break it down, let's talk about that jargon and break down why it is that ESTJs are in fact awesome and a necessary part of our society, and without them, our society would probably collapse. So thank you so much, ESTJs, for being there for our society and making sure that we maintain a cohesive society. We need you, and so thank you. Let's go ahead and talk about the ESTJ in depth. ESTJs lead and are constantly in the world of extroverted thinking. Extroverted thinking is all about what's going to work best for everyone, what's going to work best and make the path of least resistance and just be universally acceptable for as many people as possible. What is truth for as many people as possible? What is consistently realistic for as many people as possible? That's kind of using their introverted sensing as well. Their extroverted thinking wants to create systems that work for everyone. They don't want just like some system that works for themselves. That is a misnomer and a misconception about ESTJs. ESTJs are probably some of the most people-focused people in the world. They care about everyone and making things work for everyone. Sure, they could get corrupted, but a true ESTJ, an ESTJ who has worked on themselves, they care so much about other people. They care so much about other people and making systems and things work for other people that they sometimes actually neglect what they want and what they care about because they want to make things for other people. Now you might be saying, oh, that kind of sounds like, maybe you're talking about an ESFJ. No, ESTJs care about other people and making systems for other people, systems that other people can understand and use without much work. They don't want things to be difficult for other people. They want things to be easy. They want things to be easy for themselves. They want things to be easy for each other. So they're really good at creating, especially like templates of plans. So the idea of a template is you take this basic bone structure and then you can add whatever you want onto the bone structure, but that bone structure is staying the same. That kind of leads us into that introverted sensing that they use with the extroverted intuition. Introverted sensing sticks to what it knows, what it remembers, what it has experienced, and wants to recreate that over and over again. They are in fact the people who, once they come up with a system, they will repeat the system over and over and over and over and over again. However, they're not such sticklers that they can't adapt and they can't update, they can't change. That kind of brings in that idea of the template again. That template is something that they use and they stick to almost religiously. They use that template over and over and over and over again. But their extroverted intuition is in that third slot, and it allows them to adapt the template to the situation. They say, all right, here's the template, here's what we got. What do you need? What can we do to make this template work for you? All right, here's what we could do. We could add this and change this little part of the template here, and now that's going to work for you. Because ultimately, like I said, ESTJs care so much about other people. They want to make things work for other people. And they're very good at adapting these things using that extroverted intuition. Extroverted intuition is about possibilities, connections, new, and they are very good at using that. But they prefer to stick to what they know. That introverted sensing is their pillar of strength. It allows them to maintain what they know works and stick to what works. They're not the kind of people who want to go out and actively change the status quo. They're not really interested in that. What they're interested in is creating and maintaining a status quo. Now, that status quo might be different from society's, what society says matters. But ESTJs will maintain whatever that status quo is that they have decided upon. Now, you can kind of compare this to the ENTJ, who they are very adaptable, quick-witted, and able to change their plans as things go along. ESTJs kind of struggle to do that. And part of the reason why is that they need specifics. If they don't understand all of the specifics of a situation, it's going to be very hard for them to adapt. However, if they do know all the specifics, they can make things work with the specifics. So they can adapt to once they understand the specifics. However, they need that understanding before they're ready to adapt their plans. So they're a little bit less flexible in that sense, but in many ways, that's really needed in this world. Sometimes you just have to have something and stick to it and make it work over and over and over again. Why do you guys think that somebody invented this thing called a conveyor belt, which literally makes things repeatably consistent and good and high quality while also minimizing effort? Conveyor belt. The conveyor belt is literally the epitome of an ESTJ thought process. Like, they want to make things that, you can change the kind of car that you're making, you can change the individual parts, but overall the system's the same and the system's going to keep pumping out car after car after car, and it's going to be easy for one person to work at that one specific spot in the conveyor belt. Maybe they're the ones that they screw in the tires. They can screw in tires, and it doesn't matter what kind of tires we put on the car, they can screw those tires in. That is ESTJ in a nutshell. ESTJs are why we can mass produce things. They are why we can stick to things, but also create new things that work and build upon what we already have. I mean, the man who created the conveyor belt, I am not saying he's ESTJ, by the way. I do not know Henry Ford's type. I haven't done any research about the man, except that I know that he invented the conveyor belt, to make more cars, because he wanted to make the Model T available to everyone, because he cared about people and he wanted to make something that would work for as many people as possible and get more cars out for a better price for more people, because he does care about people. Yeah, sure, there's some incentive that he gets the money, but he does care about people. And that is ESTJs, because at that little tiny spot in the bottom. Now, a lot of people think that ESTJs have small FI, that they have inferior FI, but it's not really like that. The thing is, they can easily ignore the FI, especially if they're really into that extroverted thinking. If they get too far into the extroverted thinking, they can absolutely ignore introverted feeling. But a truly well-developed and balanced ESTJ has very good access of their introverted feeling. Introverted feeling is what helps them determine what they care about and what they value. Oftentimes, what they choose to value is what works for other people. I think that Peyton from The Politician, the show I was mentioning, is a great example of this. He himself does not have a super strong personal moral conviction, except that he wants to do things that other people value. He wants to make happen what other people care about, because he knows that he doesn't care as much about anything except for his ambition. Now, that might put a bad light on ESTJs. They are not all just these ambitious wannabe presidents, but I do think that politics is a really great place for ESTJs. ESTJs are amazing. They are the kings of dad jokes. Like, if you want to hear a dad joke, hit up your local ESTJ. If you want to say a dad joke and have it be appreciated, hit up your local ESTJ. They love dad jokes. I mean, I think that ESTJ is a pretty good archetype even for just the dad figure in general. I think that they often get typecasted, you know, as like these military leaders, like, you know, that drill sergeant who's yelling in your face and won't accept anything until it's perfect. But they're not really like that most of the time. Most of the time, they're much more chill. So after this video, I'm actually about to record a video where I rank a bunch of fictional ESTJs. I think some of the people on this list may surprise you, and I would be interested to hear what you guys think about ESTJs. What do you like about ESTJs? Did anything that I mentioned, you know, feel off? Do you want to change anything that I said, or do you agree with what I said? As an ESTJ, do you feel proud to be an ESTJ? Because I absolutely think that you definitely should. I know that I used to not have the greatest opinion of ESTJ, but now that I actually understand MBTI and realize not all ESTJs are the drill sergeants, I love you guys. I love you guys so much. It's so fun to work with you guys, and it's so fun to chat with you guys. So if you are an ESTJ and you're watching this and you want to chat more with me and other MBTI nerds, go ahead and check out the Discord, because we have fun there and we need some ESTJ energy. Bring us the ESTJs. But overall, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. It is a pleasure to be able to talk to you guys about the different MBTI types, and I really appreciate your support. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe for more so you can see that ESTJ ranking video later this week. And with that, I want to thank you so much again, and I hope that you have a beautiful, amazing, fantastic day. Bye!